is out on Amazon Prime, guys, and I gotta tell you, it's a pretty good movie that you should probably check out. Totally killer. What's it about? Well, when the infamous Sweet 16 killer returns 35 years after his first murder spree to claim another victim, 17-year-old Jamie accidentally travels back in time to 1987, determined to stop the killer before he can start. It stars Kiernan Shipka, Olivia Holt, and Kiernan Shipka does a fantastic job in this movie. An immediate standout here. And I've seen comparisons of this to like Happy Death Day, Back to the Future kind of thing, Scream. It plays up with all of those horror movie tropes of like a slasher killer that we know. And it dances that fine line of cheese, which this could be very easily one of the cheesiest movies of the year. But it's handled and directed in such a way that it's actually fairly well done. And it's going to be a sleeper hit, I think, for most people. That people will be talking about this for a while. Yeah, there's murders that happen. And yes, it does get a little bit brutal at times. From the producers of Megan, yeah, Jason Blum produced this. And it has fun with itself. So know that there's some brutal kills in this for sure. But it's somebody from our time, 2023 right now. Well, our time. When is our time exactly? But yeah, they go back to the 80s, and she's like a fish out of water. She's a little off taken by the clothes, the way that we conduct ourselves and stuff like that. The way teachers act in school and stuff like that. Gym class. Are you serious? Is there supposed to be a gym class here? And the mothers with the big hair and stuff like, yeah. It has that cheekiness to it that puts a smile on your face if you're from that era. But if you're also a horror movie buff, there's also some nods in here to like, yeah, it's pretty on the nose that it's like Michael Myers-y kind of thing. I would say that it pays more homage to that kind of stuff. And I would say that that's worth looking at. You'll be left guessing who is the killer, what is the motives of the killer. And it's so well crafted in such a way that even when it's all said and done, after I finished watching this, I was sitting there going, but wait a minute, if that was the case, then what happened earlier in the movie when this happened? Was I really paying attention to it earlier enough that it was like right over my head? Or the script, the story in this was so well crafted that, yeah, the directing and story and acting are immediate jumps out, things that jump out at you, score-wise. So let's go over to the early score sheet and start filling it in a little bit. Acting-wise, Kiernan Shipka and the Holt there played it fairly well. Would I say any of them were Oscar-worthy? Kiernan Shipka was really good in this because, as I said, it was close to being cheese, and it wasn't. Acting, directing, and story are out of a possible 2 points each. Cinematography and score are out of 1 point each. And for the most part, cinematography was serviceable. There was some interesting shots of like when she goes back in time and she's disorientated and stuff like that. The score, it worked very well for the film. It did. Directing, the execution of this story, this is where it's going to get a lot of the big marks here. I got to give it a 1.5 for directing, and I got to give it a 1.5 for the story. Actually, you know what? I'm going to give the story a full 2 points because it's shocking that something as cheesy as this, a girl goes back in time to try to stop a murderer, but there's some heart in it that Kiernan Shipka and the writers put in it, where it's kind of like there'll be scenes in it where she regrets talking to her mother in a certain way, but when she goes back in time and sees her teenage mother talking to her grandma like that, and the camera just zooms in on Kiernan Shipka realizing, oh my God, that was me not that long ago talking to my own mom like that. And there's a little bit of sorrow with that really worked. And I'm just surprised that this movie it's like this well done. It's like, wow, James, totally killer. was actually a pretty decent movie. Let's go over to the tomato meter and see what people were saying about it. Totally killer, 86% by critics, 81% by the audience. So people and critics are in agreement that this is fairly good. And I think it's going to have like that cult classic thing to it where it's still like Happy Death Day. But I think it's better than Happy Death Day. This emotionally just had more punch to it. And it'll leave you guessing as to who the killer is in the end. And is there two? Or it's like, wow. This, where did this movie come from? An hour and 43 minutes. It plays, the pacing of it is really well. Like, you'll be like an hour into this and be like, wow, time is flying by really fast here. From director Nanchatka Khan. Really good effort. Strong effort. So what are people saying? Empire Magazine, it's not a classic, but this colorful combination of Halloween and Back to the Future is undeniably a scream. It's a scream, baby. Yeah, it is. It totally is. Richard Roper, the cast is great, dialogue is snappy, and sometimes the story even makes sense. Yeah. Now, the people that didn't like it, I think they even said that there were some good things about it. Let's see if we can find somebody who's not in favor, who's saying, nay, they don't like it. The spool. Here comes yet another dose of 1980s nostalgia and some frighteningly lousy editing. No, editing was on point. Despite the entertaining self-aware comedy and a game cast, Totally Killer feels oddly restrained when it comes to fulfilling an 80s slasher genre. No. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. Some people just they don't get it sometimes. Yeah, so most of these, I don't know if I would agree with what they're trying to say here. Yeah. Totally Killer is a slasher with a little pulse and memorable execution? No, then you weren't paying attention, were you? Because don't tell me that you figured it out before the ending. It was kind of hard. Matt Donato, like Back to the Future meets Scream. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Back to the Future meets Scream, because it does pay respects. It does acknowledge that we as movie fans understand that that's straight out of Scream. And they even say that, there might be two killers in this, like dialogue wise. It's very catchy. That they're very self-aware. And that's what I mean when I talk about how well this was constructed. That you could tell that the writers took time to put this together. And for that, I got to award that the watchability factor for this is, it's got to be at least more than one. So let's go back and try to wrap up my score sheet here. Cinematography, thinking about it now, I could probably give more points to that. Score worked. Watchability factor, you will want to watch this more than once. I think you'll want to watch it more than once. Would you want to own it? I could see, like, if I went to a movie fan's house and I saw that they had this Blu-ray or 4K on their library shelf, I'd be like, you've got good taste. You've got good taste in movies. So yeah, I'll give that a full 2 points. Why not? Now let's get crazy. Let's give cinematography a full point. Nah, no, be respectful, James. Be honest. 8 out of 10 for Totally Killer. It's not quite as high as the critics or the audience score, which is between 8.0 and 8.5. But I'm up there. 8 out of 10. I don't feel bad at that score at all. Guys, Totally Killer on Amazon Prime, debuted October 6th. I would say it's totally worth checking out, man. It'll go down as one of the better movies of October for sure, because compared to The Exorcist Believer that hit theaters, it makes it look like, don't waste your time with that one. Pet Sematary Bloodlines, yeah, well, it was actually better than The Exorcist. Not quite as good as Totally Killer, but that one's worth checking out as well. Those two reviews you can find up on the Mirror Domains channel right now. Go check that out. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Hey, we do a lot of stuff here on Mirror Domains Movie Network, where we cover a whole range of things about movies. If you like this kind of stuff, by all means, come join us and check us out. There are my other social media handles. On Twitch, we do a lot of gaming stuff, Street Fighter, World of Warcraft, Tomb Raider. And then, of course, on top of all those movie reviews, we do full live watch-alongs for Survivor and Hell's Kitchen, Ahsoka. We watch full movies like The Wishmaster. So it is the holiday season, guys. So yeah, Halloween's coming around the corner. So we're watching a lot of more horror stuff. Reviews for The Creator and Saw 10 are up on the channel. And we do movie news Mondays and Fridays usually. And where we talk about all the trending movie news headlines. So if you like this kind of stuff, come join us here on Mirror Domains. Hit that thumbs up button and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your day. All right, so that'll be